Imagine you're in New Jersey enjoying a nature walk when suddenly you hear something otherworldly among the pine trees. Is it a scream? A growl? And it's coming closer, closer, until it's right on top of you, and now you know you've encountered the horrifying donkey! Throwing a temper tantrum. Seriously though, when I first saw a picture of the Jersey Devil, my mind immediately thought, that's a donkey. Someone caught a glimpse of a donkey standing on its hind legs. It was dark and they got freaked out, which is fair. Anyway, let's talk about the Jersey donkey. I mean devil. Hey! I interrupt this video to tell you about my book, Phantoms of the Inferno, a high fantasy story with elemental magic systems, evil kings, espionage, and mass extinction events galore. If that sounds interesting, you should read Phantoms of the Inferno on Scribblehub and Wattpad. I put up a new chapter every Sunday and have the links down in the descriptions. Now, back to the video. The Jersey Devil is a cryptid said to live in the Pine Barrens of New Jersey. It's said to have a head of a horse with horns, stand upright like a kangaroo, have a devil tail, bat wings, alright, maybe not a donkey, cloven hooves, or it could still be a donkey, and glowing red eyes. It's also said to have a strange scream, and people usually know it's been there from the strange tracks it leaves behind. Alright, I need to say some facts that don't make me think it's a donkey. First of all, it was first reported in the 1700s, so it could be a group of wild donkeys, or something else. The Pine Barrens are thousands of miles of pine forest, taking up about 22% of New Jersey, and the area isn't even primed to support donkeys. The Pine Barrens are an aquifer with acidic sandy soil that doesn't grow the food donkeys need. But a lot of people think something strange lives there. There have been countless sightings of the Jersey Devil, with the most prominent sightings happening the week of January 16th through 23rd, 1909. And alright, back then enough people relied on horses that they would have known what a donkey looked like. Donkey! It was during that week when strange tracks in the snow were first reported, and from there sightings ramped up. The creature was said to terrorize clubs and trolley cars, livestock was slaughtered, and schools and jobs were closed because people weren't confident they could make it there safely. It got so bad that there were even reports of police officers firing on the creature. I don't think a donkey could cause that much mass hysteria. Run for your life! Alright, so it's probably not a donkey, but then what is it? Where does it come from? Well, unlike a lot of other cryptids, we actually have an origin story for the Jersey Devil. Supposedly in 1735, Mother Leeds was living in the Pine Barrens with her husband and 12 children when she discovered she was pregnant again. And when she learned that, she was so frustrated she exclaimed, "Let this one be the devil." Then later, her curse came true. Shortly after she gave birth, the baby transformed into a monster. It attacked everyone it could and then flew up the chimney, escaping into the pine forest to go on to terrorize others. And if the hysteria in the 1900s means anything, as well as all the modern sightings and TV shows, movies, and books that feature the Jersey Devil are indicative of anything, the creature is still alive and still leaving its mark on New Jersey. Or maybe it was a donkey cursed by the devil. Donkey! So that's the Jersey Devil, but it's only part of the video because even more interesting than the cryptid is the Leeds family lore. Apparently there was an actual real Leeds family in New Jersey in the 1730s. They were known as the Estoville Leeds, and I found Daniel, Japhet, and Joseph to be the father, and whoever he was married to Deborah Leeds, and he stated in his will that he left everything to his 12 living children. I also found that Father Leeds was a Quaker who didn't get along well with his community. He published an almanac, the American Almanac, which the Quakers didn't like. They thought trying to predict the future was blasphemous, and this led to a lot of tension between Father Leeds and the other Quakers, and the tension only got worse for his son Titan Leeds, who continues publishing the almanac. Apparently, he had a feud with Benjamin Franklin, who published Poor Richard's Almanac and didn't appreciate having the competition. It went so far as Franklin predicting Titan Leeds' death, which was inaccurate, but still. And Titan Leeds also changed the cover of their almanac, putting the family crest, a wyvern, on the cover. And even today, the Leeds are prominent with a town called Leeds Point. And it's the leads I really want to focus on today when it comes to what writing you can get out of the Jersey Devil. Because the Devil is interesting, it's a great monster to draw inspiration from, but the backstory is so much more interesting. First of all, it's interesting just giving a monster a backstory. Why are they the way they are? Were they born or created? Are they evil or misunderstood? A creature slaughtering livestock may seem evil to us, but again, the Pine Barrens are a tough place to live. It makes sense a large predator living there may need to enter human settlements when times are tough and take whatever resources it can. And that doesn't make it evil. And you can also learn something about mass hysteria and how it works from the 1906 panic. I don't know if there was actually a monster terrorizing Jersey during that week, but if there were, why? Why only that week? Why that specific week? And if there wasn't, what caused the mass hysteria? What causes mass hysteria? What stops it? And what people do while experiencing it are interesting character stories and a great way to drive the plot along.
I'm a writer.
And then there's just the gossip. The story of the Leeds family is a great example of how gossip starts, how it spreads, and how it changes over time. Because maybe there's a strange large predator in New Jersey, but maybe not. Maybe this is just a story that got out of hand a long time ago, and that can be really interesting world building. What beliefs do people hold because someone else held a grudge? How does that change religions, politics, economics, media? And even if the gossip isn't old, how does gossip affect your characters? If they make a mistake, what does the gossip about that mistake turn into? And more importantly, how do they respond to it? Do they let it flow off them like water, or do they publish an almanac predicting the death of their enemies? Seriously, I might need to make a video on Benjamin Franklin soon, because the more I find out about him, the more absolutely insane the man seems. And that's all I got without starting a rant on Benjamin Franklin. So go out and read and write. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that bell, and comment down below. I finally did it. I just need to find a way to do it consistently.